Why do we still have so many people lying sick in hospitals, even though information is everywhere? Why do so many families rush their loved ones to emergency rooms, when the answer to some of these emergencies is sitting right in the kitchen? Don't just watch this video and keep it to yourself. Food for longevity is created for you. It's for your health, your strength, and the people you love. Today, I'm going to show you everyday foods that can instantly help you, or someone close to you, when blood pressure suddenly drops too low, or when sugar levels fall dangerously. This is not theory. These are simple, practical solutions backed by science and real-life experience. A glass of water at the right time, a spoon of honey when it's needed most, a few salted nuts in your bag, these can make the difference between collapse and recovery, between fear and peace. So please, stay with me until the end. Because your tomorrow, and the tomorrow of those you love, could depend on what you learn today. Now, let's begin with understanding low blood pressure, what it feels like, why it happens, and the foods that can lift it instantly. Low blood pressure, also called hypertension, might sound harmless compared to high blood pressure, but for seniors, it can be just as dangerous. It often feels like sudden dizziness, blurred vision, weakness in the legs, or even fainting. Some describe it as if the whole room is spinning, or like their body is about to give up under them. And when it happens unexpectedly, it can lead to falls, accidents, or even hospitalization. For older adults, low blood pressure is common during hot weather, after long walks, or even after standing up too quickly. Dehydration, certain medications, or simply missing meals can also trigger it. I remember a story of an elderly man who fainted during a hot afternoon while gardening. His family panicked, but thankfully his granddaughter quickly gave him water and a handful of salted peanuts. Within minutes, his color returned, and he was able to sit up again. That simple response made the difference. This is why understanding low blood pressure is important, not just for you, but also for your loved ones. It can come suddenly, but with the right foods and quick action, recovery can also be just as fast. Now, let's uncover the instant foods that can raise blood pressure and bring relief in those critical moments. When blood pressure drops suddenly, the goal is simple: restore circulation quickly. And thankfully, there are everyday foods and drinks that can help almost instantly. 1. Water. The number one solution is as simple as it gets: water. Dehydration is one of the leading causes of low blood pressure, especially in seniors during hot weather. A glass or two of water can help restore volume in the bloodstream and bring relief within minutes. 2. Salted snacks. The second quick fix is something salty. Salt helps raise blood pressure by increasing sodium levels in the blood. A handful of salted nuts, olives, or even salted crackers can bring your body back into balance. That's why many seniors wisely keep a small bag of peanuts or crackers in their bags, just in case dizziness strikes. 3. Coffee or strong tea teacup with handle. Caffeine is another instant helper. A small cup of coffee or strong tea can temporarily raise blood pressure and improve alertness. For someone feeling faint or weak, this can be the quick boost they need, though it should be used in moderation. 4. Licorice candy or tea. Finally, licorice, yes, that simple candy or tea, can be surprisingly powerful. Licorice contains compounds that help increase cortisol levels, which in turn can raise blood pressure. A small piece can provide relief when you feel your energy suddenly drop. I recall Margaret, 66, who struggled with frequent dizzy spells. After her doctor explained the role of diet, she started keeping a water bottle and a few salted nuts in her purse. She later said, "That simple change gave me back my confidence to go outside without fear." These are not replacements for long-term medical care, but they are life-saving instant solutions when blood pressure falls suddenly. Next, let's shift to the other side of the coin: low blood sugar. What does it feel like? Why is it risky? And how can simple foods restore balance in minutes? Low blood sugar, also called hypoglycemia, is another silent danger, especially for seniors and those living with diabetes. Unlike low blood pressure, which feels like dizziness or fainting, low blood sugar brings a different set of warning signs. It often starts with shakiness, sweating, sudden hunger, or a racing heartbeat. Some people describe feeling confused, restless, or even anxious without knowing why. If ignored, it can quickly worsen, leading to blurred vision, slurred speech, or even collapse. For seniors, the risk is higher because many rely on medications that lower sugar, and sometimes meals are delayed, or appetite is reduced. Even missing breakfast can trigger a dangerous dip. I remember a grandmother at church who suddenly felt weak and couldn't stand. Everyone thought it was exhaustion from the heat. But one woman quickly recognized the signs of low blood sugar and gave her a spoonful of honey. Within minutes, her strength returned, and she was smiling again. That one simple action changed the outcome of what could have been a crisis. This is why understanding low blood sugar is so important. It can come on suddenly, but with the right food, you can bring relief just as quickly. Now, let's look at the instant foods that raise sugar levels safely and effectively when it matters most. When blood sugar levels drop too low, the body is starving for fuel. The solution is to give it quick energy, foods that absorb rapidly and bring sugar back into balance within minutes. 1. Glucose tablets or gel. Doctors often recommend glucose tablets because they are the fastest way to correct hypoglycemia. They dissolve quickly and deliver pure glucose to the bloodstream. If you or a loved one live with diabetes, keeping glucose tablets nearby can be life-saving. 2. Honey. If tablets aren't available, honey is one of the best natural alternatives. Just one spoonful can lift sugar levels fast because it absorbs directly into the bloodstream. A grandmother once told me, "I always keep a small jar of honey by my bedside, just in case." 3. Fruit juice. A glass of orange or apple juice is another quick fix. Natural fruit sugar, combined with water, restores energy in minutes. That's why hospitals often give juice to patients with sudden sugar dips. 4. Bananas. The humble banana is another powerful option. It's easy to digest and gives both quick sugar and potassium, which supports muscle strength. For seniors who feel shaky after walks, a banana can be the perfect snack. 5. Hard candy or sugar cubes. Sometimes, the simplest option is best. Carrying a piece of hard candy or a sugar cube in your pocket can be the difference between a crisis and recovery when low sugar strikes away from home. I recall a retired teacher who said, "I always keep candy in my bag, not for my sweet tooth, but for safety." That small preparation gave her the freedom to enjoy outings without fear. These foods are not just snacks, they're first aid tools for your body. Knowing them means you are never helpless when low sugar comes unexpectedly. Now, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've learned and why this knowledge matters for you and those you love. When we think of health emergencies, most people picture hospitals, doctors, and complicated machines. But the truth is, in many cases, the first line of defense is sitting right in your kitchen. A glass of water, a spoon of honey, a handful of salted nuts. These may look simple, but in moments of weakness, they can mean the difference between fainting and recovery, between fear and peace of mind. For seniors, this knowledge is power. Every day, countless older adults suffer from dizziness, fatigue, or shakiness, but very few know that the solution might already be in their cupboard. And too often, by the time help arrives, things have already worsened. This is why sharing this knowledge matters. Your health is not just about you, it's about your family, your friends, and even strangers you may one day help. The right food, given at the right time, can save a life. So I want you to pause for a moment and ask yourself, if my blood pressure or blood sugar dropped suddenly, am I ready? Do I have even one of these instant solutions within reach? Your health, your safety, and your longevity are built on small, wise decisions like this. Now, let's close by recapping the key foods you must remember and how they can become your instant shield against low BP and low sugar. So let's recap the foods that act as instant solutions when your body suddenly feels weak. For low blood pressure, BP. Droplet a glass of water to restore hydration. Salted snacks like nuts, crackers, or olives to raise sodium quickly. Teacup with handle coffee or strong tea for a temporary boost. Sweet licorice candy or tea to gently increase blood pressure. For low blood sugar, pill glucose tablets or gel, the fastest fix. Honey pot a spoon of honey for quick absorption. Tangerine a glass of fruit juice like orange or apple juice. Banana a ripe banana for sugar plus potassium. Sweet hard candy or sugar cubes as an emergency backup. These are not just foods, they are life-saving tools you can keep in your home, in your bag, or even in your pocket. Don't wait until it's too late. Prepare now. Put a small kit together for yourself or someone you love, because one day, this simple knowledge could prevent a crisis. And remember, food for longevity was created for you. Don't just watch and forget. Share this video with your children, your friends, and your community. Someone you love may need this information tomorrow. If you found this helpful, subscribe for more practical, life-changing health tips designed for seniors and families. Together, we can live not just longer, but wiser, healthier, and stronger.